What's up, YouTube family? Welcome back to another episode of Trucking with Pastor T. So I was dispatched for my load for tomorrow morning, and as it comes to find out, this trailer is going to go into the shop for maintenance, and I'm going to be taking this one that's right next to it. So since I got to swap it out, I figured why not make a video about uncoupling and coupling your tractor to your trailer. So in today's video, guys, that's exactly what we're going to do. Stay tuned. Let's get right into it. Alright, so there's a couple things that you need to know prior to doing this. One is you want to make sure that you disconnect your air lines. You know, it's kind of hard to pull a tractor away from a trailer if you still have your air lines and your electrical hooked up. So you want to make sure that that's done. Also, you want to make sure that your landing gear is down, and you also want to make sure that wherever you're dropping your current trailer, it's a level and secure place, a secure ground or footing in order to drop that trailer. It's very important that the ground that you drop your trailer on is weighted or rated to a capacity that can hold the amount of weight that you're going to be leaving in that trailer, be it empty weight or be it 80,000, 84,000, whatever it is. You want to make sure that that ground is going to be secure. You don't want to pull from underneath your trailer just to have your load fall because the ground isn't secure. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go around. I'm going to take you guys with me. I'm going to go around. I'm going to lower my landing gear, and I'm going to give you some pointers once I get around to that side. There's a little pointer that I like that just helps whenever someone else comes and hooks up to this trailer. They won't have to fight to raise the landing gear. So let's go around to the side and check it out. This is the trailer I'm going to be taking. Alright guys, it's a little dark over here, but this is my landing gear. And again, like I said, there's a little trick that I like to use. Alright, so hopefully you guys are able to see this. But what I did is I left my landing gear up so that it floats. So that it's floating just right above the ground. And the reason for that is whenever I prepare to pull my tractor from underneath this trailer, I will lower the suspension or the airbags on the rear axles or the drive axles of my tractor. And in doing such, what it's going to do is it's going to bring down the height of this trailer. So that way these legs will be now touching the ground. So the next person who comes in, their suspension or their airbags will be raised. And so when they pull underneath the trailer, it'll be high enough to where it brings these landing legs off the ground enough to where they're not struggling or fighting or using a lot of force. So, I'm going to lower this down, and every trailer is different. So you just have to learn your trailer to figure out which way, but it could be clockwise, counterclockwise, in order to lower these landing legs. To use the high gear or the low gear, it could be in for low, out for high, or out for low and in for high. So again, you just have to learn your particular trailer to figure out which way you need to have it set up in order to either lower or raise your landing gear in either high or low gear. So now, moving on from this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and I'm going to disconnect my lines, and I'm going to show you guys that, and then I will show you the separating everything from the fifth wheel. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to disconnect these glad hands from the trailer, and also my electric pigtail from the trailer. And you also, if you have been driving, you want to make sure that your air has been released, because you don't want to, or set, you don't want to release this emergency glad hand because air is always supplied to it. So you don't want to disconnect this glad hand, and because there's air pressure going through there, the PSI, and you releasing it will cause this thing to come back and possibly hit you in the face or anything like that. So you just want to make sure that your brakes are always set before you release this. This truck is taken care of because I drove it last and I know that I did it, so I don't have to worry about that. Real quick, something that they could check during a DOT inspection is these seals inside your glad hands. So you always want to check these and make sure that they're in good shape, because they can be checked. So make sure that those seals are good on both sides, the trailer side and the tractor side. And if you find that they're good but you still have air leaking, try something, something wet to make a better seal. A lot of guys, they'll spit on it, rub it, and then that's good. So these connections, if you're going to be going a good ways, you want to put them back in the store rack. So that way they're not dangling, they don't get caught up on anything, get broken, anything. But I'm just going to move this tractor from this trailer to that trailer, so I'll be all right with doing it this way. Next thing that I want to show you guys is going to be the actual uncoupling process right here. So I'm going to show you how this trailer works, and I'm going to explain how some other trailers may work. Alright, so on this particular setup, this tractor and this trailer, it's real simple. All you have to do is pull the release handle straight out. There's no locking mechanisms or anything like that that you have to worry about. So you just reach in. Some of the guys here, they have a tool. It's basically a long pole, piece of iron with a J hook on the end, and they just reach in there, grab it, and they can pull it out. This equipment is maintained pretty well, so it's not a big fight to get this out. But what you're going to notice here in a second is that there's a pin up front on the fifth wheel, and right now it's flat, it's flush with the fifth wheel, and that lets me know that my trailer and my tractor are locked together. And so when I release this, you're going to see that pin, it will extend out, and that lets me know that my trailer or my tractor is released and it's okay for me to go ahead and pull forward. And so that's what we're going to do. So let's jump right into that. So that's the pin that I was just telling you guys about right there. Alright, so here's my relief pin for my fifth wheel. Some of these you actually have to take and raise this relief pin up, slide it to the middle, and then pull it back in order to release your kingpin. Like I said, on this one we don't have to. So that's one of the ways that things are different on some tractors, right? And also there are some that are automatic, and so to have a piston hooked up here, and then there's a switch inside the tractor. You push that, the solenoids will activate, open this thing up, and then that's it. But we don't have that luxury, so we get out and do it manually. So again, this particular tractor, all I have to do is just pull it straight out. That's it. That's simple. It's maintained well. They keep it greased properly, so there's no hassle with pulling this out. Now that is out, you'll see that, let's see if I can show you guys. Now that pin has extended from the fifth wheel, and that lets me know that it's okay to go ahead and pull this tractor forward. Now, all right, one other thing I want to show you guys before I do that is my kingpin is here, my claws are here, and they're secure around the kingpin currently because this tractor and trailer was hooked together, it was coupled together. Now that I've pulled that pin out, this release out, it's still closed. So once I pull forward, because I've released the tension on it, the pressure on it, those claws, they'll open up, and then the truck will proceed forward. So that's that. So now we've got everything done. Landing gear is down. Airlines have been disconnected, and I've released the fifth wheel. So now next step is to get inside, lower my suspension, and pull forward. You want to lower your suspension. So what I'm going to do is flip that switch. The buzzer comes on, let me know that my airbags are deflating. That way if I leave it on and if I take off, if somebody else gets in here or anything, there's a audio warning that the suspension is not inflated. There's also a visual warning of a red light here. So once you do that, you can go ahead and put your vehicle in gear, release your brakes. And because everything is disconnected, you only want to release the brakes for the tractor, not the red one for the emergency, for the trailer. So only the yellow one. Once you've done that, just go ahead, ease off your clutch, and it's slow, just slow, because you want to verify that your trailer isn't going to fall to the ground. You want to verify that your landing gear is going to hold. So you just want to pull up enough that your trailer is just barely resting above the frame of the tractor. Get out and check, guys. Alright, so when you're coupling a trailer, the easiest way that I've found to do this is to line your fender or your wall if it's a dry van. Line your fender up with the outside edge of your tires. Line them up. See how it's lined up? If you line them up like that before you proceed back, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be right in the perfect spot to slide that kingpin right into the fifth wheel of the trailer. So that's another little tip for you guys. Just line that up before you bag up, or as you're bagging, watching your mirrors, line that up. Get you a straight line right there, and you should better slide right in. Now, like I said, that pin, anytime that trailer's hooked up, that pin should be flush against the fifth wheel, which it is. Also, another important thing, the apron of the trailer and the fifth wheel, they should be flush with each other. There should be no daylight in between the two. It should be flush. Another tip for you guys. Alright guys, so I've got my tractor underneath this trailer. And I don't know if you can see it very well, but because I raised my suspension on the tractor like I showed you inside the cab, if you can't see it, you can hear it. There's now play in my landing gear. what that means is that this landing gear is now free from the ground, which makes it a whole lot easier to raise it up. That's what I've been saying this whole time. That's the big thing. You don't want to fight to raise this up, especially if you've got 79,000 pounds or 83,000 pounds. Sometimes we run heavy depending on where we're going. So you don't want to be fighting with this, trying to get this up off the ground. You have so much weight pushing down on it. So it's really important to consider that if it's you hooking back up, or be considerate to your fellow drivers if you're going to be leaving that trailer for somebody else. Leave that little bit of space before you drop it. That way when you lower your landing gear, you can slide underneath that trailer and the landing gear secure on the ground. So here we don't have it, but on the other side of our lot we do. But since this is an empty trailer, the asphalt itself is enough to hold these trailers even in the summertime. But on the other side, we have a concrete strip that runs the length of the parking lot. And that's where we put our loaded trailers. That way, when it gets hot here in Texas and the asphalt heats up, the trailers don't sink. The weight of the trailer doesn't cause the landing gear to sink into the asphalt, so we put it on concrete. That's why I was saying earlier, you always want to make sure you're dropping your trailer somewhere where it's secure and the ground can hold it. Alright, so since the landing gear is up, I shouldn't have to fight to raise this up. We'll see how it goes. That's the wrong way. This trailer is different from the other. No problem. This comes right up. So that's it, guys. That's how you couple and uncouple a tractor trailer combination. I hope that I showed you guys something that you can use with you, be it you be getting ready to go to school or just out of school, and maybe the tips that I shared in this video, maybe your trainer didn't share with you. So hopefully it's something that you can use. I really appreciate you staying with me this long. I appreciate my subscribers that have come on board already, that like the content that I put out. If this video helped you out in any way, or you just like it, then go ahead and feel free to hit the like button, subscribe, hit the post notification bell, turn that on so you can be notified of all my uploads. Thank you guys so much. Hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for another one. Pastor T out.